of the jungle. The children were playing Jungle Safari. Biff and Floppy were stalking the others when Wilma came and interrupted them. She was cross. She wanted Biff to help her prepare for their party. Wilma had a long list of things to do: buy ice cream, decorate the room, wrap the parcel, put balloons up, and buy Floppy some doggy treats. Biff, why do you keep forgetting what you're supposed to do? Wilma sighed. I don't know, said Biff. I wish she did know, thought Floppy. I want my treat. The key on Floppy's collar started to glow. Suddenly, Wilma, Biff and Floppy were dragged into a vortex of sparkling colours and lights. They were whizzing round and round, faster and faster. They landed in a hot, steamy jungle. Cool, said Biff excitedly. It's not cool at all. It's boiling, said Wilma. A truck pulled up and the driver jumped out. Glad you're here, she said. I'm Nora, lock 'em up. She started unloading the cages from the back of the truck. Biff and Wilma helped her, looking at the curious animals inside the cages. Wilma felt sorry for them. She thought it was cruel to keep the animals locked up. They're only in cages while they're traveling, said Nora. Just then, Nora's phone rang. Biff listened to the conversation. Yes, back the lot, Nora said proudly, looking at her list. 1 kipper bird, 1 chippogator, 1 wilfopotamus, 1 anenanon, and 1 nadimaroo. What are you going to pay for them? Biff gasped. Nora was going to sell the animals, not save them. She ran to tell Wilma what she had heard, and they started releasing the animals. But they only had time to free the anenanon and the nadimaroo before Nora came back. She was furious. Biff and Floppy managed to hide, but Nora caught Wilma and locked her in one of the cages. Help! cried Wilma as Nora chased off after the escaped animals. Get me out of here, Biff. Biff thought quickly. This is what we have to do. 1, set a trap for Nora. 2, lure Nora into the trap. 3, lock Nora up inside the trap. 4, get the key from Nora. And 5, get me out of here, Wilma interrupted. Exactly, said Biff. Exactly, replied Biff. Before long, Nora was back, clutching the nadimaroo and the anenanon. As she was tying them up, Biff gave the signal to the kipper bird. Ring, ring, sang the kipper bird. Ring, ring. It sounded exactly like Nora's mobile phone. Nora rushed to answer her phone, but just as she grabbed it, there was an almighty twang. Nora was caught in Biff's trap. The rope on the trap lifted it higher and higher into the trees. Floppy, guard the Nora lump, said Biff with a grin. Nora was very angry. Let me out immediately, she yelled. No way, Nora, Biff told her. The anenanon climbed the tree, grabbed the key from Nora's pocket and threw it down to Biff. Biff released Wilma first, and then unlocked the cages of the kipper bird, the chippogator, and the wilfopotamus. They were free. They all stared up at Nora in the cage. The nadimaroo even ran up to the tree to get a closer look. They couldn't just leave her there, could they? But what would happen if they what would happen if they let her go? I hate being locked up, wailed Nora. I scratched my hand. Ouch, it hurts. The Nadimaroo looked at her sympathetically and licked her hand. Nora gently stroked the Nadimaroo in return. The Aninanon climbed up to the trap. And gestured to Biff and Wilma. The animals wanted to free Nora. Wilma and Biff looked at one another. Okay, they said, go for it. Snap! The chippegator bit through the rope and the trap came hurtling to the ground. The Aninanon opened the cage door and Nora stepped out. The animals were nervous. Would Nora try to catch them again? Nora smiled. I can't believe you set me free, she said. I'll never trap another animal as long as I live. From now on, I'm going to look after rare species, not sell them. The animals screeched with delight. Nora turned to Biff, Wilma and Floppy. Here, she said, handling Biff. Nora turned to Biff, Wilma and Floppy. Here, she said, handing Biff her mobile phone. I won't need this anymore. Wilma looked at Floppy. The key's glowing, she said. We're going, thought Floppy. They were back in the Robinsons' garden. Come on, Wilma, we've got a party to organise, said Biff. Have you made the cake? Wilma's face fell. Sorry, I forgot, she said. Wilma, when will you learn? Biff smiled. If you want to remember something. The girls looked at each other. Make a list, they cried. The end.